Imagine a world where you were the main character. You're respected by everybody, you always come in first, and your life is just perfect. If you've ever thought about this before, then you're not alone. In 1974, philosopher Robert Nozick had the same idea. What if there was a machine that you could plug your brain into that would let you live out your best life? I mean, you'd feel like you're doing everything that you want to do, but you wouldn't actually be doing it. It'd be more like a dream. And this might sound like some crazy sci-fi story, but some of us are living it out every day. At least, I know I was. For almost my entire childhood, I loved video games. I played Pokemon Black and White, Bloons TD Battles, Fortnite, all the classics. And as a kid, I saw nothing wrong with video games. I mean, they were all super fun. I would play them every day with my friends, we'd play online, we'd play after school, we'd play on weekends, and we'd talk about the games non-stop. But as we grew older, the focus kind of shifted to more competitive games. We started playing, Overwatch, Valorant, CSGO, and Smash Bros, stuff like that. And here's a little disclaimer, when I talk about video games for the rest of this video, I'm talking about those types of video games, like the competitive ones, because that's what I used to play. Me and my friends would always be frustrated after we lost, and we'd always be hungry for more after we win. Can't end on a loss, right guys? But why were we so invested in these video games? Why did we put so much effort and stuff into them? We didn't even get anything from them. Now, I'm no psychology expert or anything, but if I had to guess, I would say that it had to do with being awesome. Think about it, when I was playing these games, I was in my own experience machine. It just, wasn't plugged directly into my brain. Whenever I played, I was this cool Zen master monk, or this French gun maker who makes all this awesome stuff, or I was just some really cool dude with a cool sword beating everybody up. Plugging into these games was awesome because I just immediately became this awesome character. I didn't even have to do anything, I just plugged in and I was awesome. But who was I outside of the video games? Not awesome. I was pretty awkward, I was pretty shy, I didn't talk much, I wasn't in shape at all, I ate really badly, and I had no aspirations or major achievements in my life. So basically, for me at least, I wasn't addicted to just playing the video games, although I did like to do that too, but I was addicted to who I became when I played the video games. I became respected and well-liked and just overall awesome. But then by the time high school came, I started realizing something. I could be awesome outside of video games. I started working out and noticed I was getting stronger. I started studying and noticing my grades were improving. The list just keeps going on, etc. And after a little while, I started asking myself, why do I even bother playing these games at all? I'm basically leveling up IRL by doing all these, investing my time into these hobbies. So why do I even bother playing the games in the first place? Getting straight A's in school felt way more rewarding than getting to a higher rank in Overwatch. So I kept thinking about this, and after a while I just stopped playing video games. Naturally, with a huge distraction and time sink out of my way, I spent a lot more time improving what actually mattered, my fitness, my grades, my fun hobbies, all that stuff. And while I was improving all these areas of my life, I started respecting myself more, and I started just enjoying life more in general, which really felt awesome. At times, I remember I would look back on something I did and be like, wow, I just did that. I remember running a cross-country race, and then I got my finishing time, and I'm like, wow, I actually just ran that fast. And this sense of pride at what I've done, I've never felt that with video games. No matter what boss it was or what rank it was, it just never felt the same. And since I wasn't overloading my brain all the time with all this manufactured fun from video games, I started enjoying everything else a lot more. By taking out all the oversaturated manufactured fun from these video games, I was just left with real life fun, which feels a lot more fulfilling. And that pretty much wraps up my story with video games. But I'm guessing that not everyone has gone through this mindset shift like I have, and if you're looking to quit video games but you don't know how or don't know if you can, then don't worry. Trust me, if I can quit video games, then you can quit as well. So here's 4 tips I would have given to my past self when I was still struggling to quit video games. Number 1, surround yourself with people who don't play video games. For me in high school, my close group of friends, they didn't play games all the time. They weren't inside, they were runners. So they were out there running every day. And guess what? I stopped playing video games and I started running. It sounds so simple, but it really is just that easy. It'll happen with so little effort that you'll just be amazed. Number 2, Do hard things in real life. Remember my scenario where I looked back on something and I was like, wow, I did that. You gotta build up to moments like that. When you do something hard, it gives you a genuine sense of fulfillment, and that just feels like so much better than any other boss or rank. And eventually you'll see, like, oh, I don't need to, play ranked anymore or get comp points. I can just do hard stuff in real life, and that feels way better. So start today. Do something hard today. Take a cold shower, or like get really sore on a workout. Number 3, keep yourself busy. Invest yourself in something that's like worthwhile, like a big project. Remember the quote, idle hands are the devil's workshop. Now I'm definitely not saying video games are the devil, but if you're trying to quit something and you have literally nothing else to do except for that thing, you're obviously just gonna go back and do it. So find something else to do, something fun. The key is to look for things that you enjoy and you actually find fulfilling. And for me that was running and playing piano and drawing. And number 4, make it hard to play. Now I have like a whole video on this topic, so I'll link it, like, I don't know, like up there or something. But the key idea is this: you just gotta make it hard to play video games. And here's an example. I specifically remember when I was trying to quit playing Smash Bros. After I finished playing for the day, I would unplug my controller, wrap it up, put it back in the closet, close the door, turn the console off, turn the lights off, close the door, all that. So the next time I wanted to play, I'd go into the room, like plug in the controller, turn on the console, wait for it to boot up. Like, you get the idea. Like, it would take a long time for me to start playing again. I mean, I say a long time, but it's like 60 seconds. But still, that's like all you need to just convince your brain to be like, do I really want to play? Like, I have to go unwrap the controller and do all this, and it's way more efficient than you would think. And plus, if you're creative, you can apply this to like literally any situation. In conclusion, quitting my video game addiction was probably one of the best things I've done in my entire life. I still play with friends like once in a while, but it's just to have fun. If there's one thing I've learned from this process, it's that leveling up in real life can definitely be a lot harder than in video games, but it will always feel way more fulfilling. Because when you play a game, you eventually have to, turn off the TV screen and leave the character behind and go about your day. But if you invest genuine effort into yourself, whether that be through fitness or finance or education or something like that, if you genuinely invest in yourself, then you won't have to worry about that. Because every day when you get up and you look in the mirror, your character will always be there. It'll smile right back at you. Keep making progress. Bye.